Hey, Lizette, how's it going?
Good, Laura. Glad to be back.
I know. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. I was just pondering on what did we do this weekend and last week. Um, friends.
Oh yeah, we went last week. We did. I think Lizette and I we just could agree that we love to support small
Small business.
business, and went to one of our favorite coffee shops, Texas Grounds Coffee Company. They had a Friends theme for about a week and a half, I think, a little
Yeah,
bit longer, something like that.
maybe
Anyway,
longer.
so we went on the last day. I had gone a couple of days prior, but we went on the last day to do some planning. And lo and behold, we kind of sat there, and I just was amazed by all the
All the,
friends
yes. And so I'm not as
care.
engulfed in friends as you are. So I enjoyed the experience. I mean, I've seen Friends. I grew up watching Friends. Every Thursday night, I'd rush back to our dorm, and all the girls would, get together in one of the rooms and watch Friends and Melrose Place. Right? Is that
Yes.
all that came on? And so, but I wonder if this is how people feel when I'm geeking out about Harry Potter.
Yes. I would have to say yes. Now, the coffee shop that we do go to, they did have a Harry Potter theme.
Time era. I know. I hope they do it again because
I'm
I'm
sure they
ready.
will. I'm
I'm
sure they
ready. I'll be
will.
ready and ready to geek out then.
I'm sure they will, but we had a great time with that, and then just just people coming, and of course I could not pass up the cream puff. So the cream puff,
Oh
I
gosh,
had a
that place.
little bit of it there.
No, I try to
I
resist.
took the rest home, had half of it, left it for Eric, and so he knew about it, but he forgot about it.
Statutes of limitation. Did you eat
So
the
I'm
rest?
sorry,
Yeah,
I had to take care of
I
it.
agree. I agree. That is,
And that I just told him, look, that just gives me an excuse to go back.
I think so you have to have like maybe like a 24-hour statutes of limitation on
E-
pastries that
Exactly.
were, if not, it's free game. So when you walk into this place, they get you with a little sample of cream puff filling. And I
Mhm.
try to resist it every time. And they're like, here, please. I was like, fine. And then I'm hooked.
Exactly.
But
I have no idea how much it costs, but I have to come
you
out
have to
with
get
one.
it. Yeah. When we were going to there, we also visited a flower shop, which
Yeah, we didn't
I
even
can't
know
remember the
about.
name of it right now. On right there in downtown Helotes, it was very quaint
Yep.
plant shop and a antique store
Antique.
together. And I thought that was brilliant. The plants are wonderful. Has it been there the whole time and we were just driving past it?
I
I
have
have no
no
idea,
idea.
but it was really great. The plants were beautiful.
Yeah. So it was a great day to be out and enjoy the
Yeah. It
scenery
was a really
and
great weekend. The rest of the weekend, I helped Sarah learn all the lawn equipment for her summer of mowing lawns. So
nice.
she decided she's going to do that so it can be flexible
Yeah.
to pursue her drumline funness.
Nice, nice. Well, that's good. That's really good. Yeah, we celebrated my sister-in-law's birthday, which was on Saturday, but we celebrated it on Saturday and we celebrated it yesterday. So,
Eric's family does not lack for
oh no,
celebrations.
nope, nope, nope.
It is really fun.
And yes, we sometimes do have piñatas for the adults. So
Yes, that
it's
would be
more so
good.
for the kids, but you know,
Right. I think my family is more adults. So I was when we were talking about the piñatas, having putting lottery tickets and maybe little eggs with some money in them. That
hmm
would be cute. My nephews would knock me over.
yeah, I'm sure they would.
So, welcome to Seasons, the podcast where we explore different chapters of life and all the beauty they hold.
We are your hosts, Laura and Lizette, and today we will be talking about what defines success.
Yes, what defines success indeed?
So, what are your thoughts on success?
Well, when we were planning this topic, it really there's a teeter-totter between motivation and discipline. I think
True.
it's a
Yeah.
great balance between those two because anybody and everybody has the idea.
hmm
We have these great brains and we come up with the idea, but only when we put them into motion with the discipline is when it actually becomes a goal and an achievement. So, when we were talking about what defines success, because in our seasons of life, I have found that success has truly changed over my lifetime. When I was young, let's talk about this. When we were younger, what did you define success as?
Yeah.
you know,
I think as a child, we don't really know the word success.
right.
We don't know.
We get accolades.
It's more of a accomplishments.
Yeah.
And what type of rewards did we get?
Yeah. Grades,
You know,
keeping
grades
our room
being
clean.
yeah, the chores, having a
Yeah.
chore list, you know.
My mom tried to give me a lot of chores. I, I remember telling her I didn't like to mop. She was like,
Oh, didn't Cora tell you the
yeah,
same
I know.
thing?
That's why she's just like me. Oh my goodness. My mom was like, good talk. Nobody likes to mop. I don't like to
No,
do that.
I don't either.
Hmm.
It's like I just it's come to the point where I'm like, okay, really, do we need a kitchen table? Do we need all of this stuff is in the way of me trying to mop.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's why my family adores Haley. She always comes to help, and she gets everything out of the way. It's just we call it the Haley clean.
Ah, there
I,
you go.
it's like synonymous to love.
Yes, yes.
So okay, so what defines success? Studying hard, hard work, and I think over time you learn. Okay, well, when it comes to grades and education and learning, yes, the grades were the success, and that was the what do you talking work terms, performance metric that we
Yeah,
tried to accomplish at that time. But over time, you learn you could care less what grade you get. It's about what you learn and how
exactly.
do you apply it and how do you retain it? How do you put it into action?
I don't know. There's some things that I know we learned that I don't think I've ever used again.
I think I've had to go back and relearn them because as soon as I learned them, I flushed them after the test. And so, but I've always been of there's friends that I went to school with that just automatically got it. Oh, I was so jealous of
Oh, I
them.
know.
I can think
I
of
know a
like a
few of
handful
those.
of people in college that when they would show up into my engineering classes, I was like, dang it. You know, I had a friend, Robert, who I called him the curve breaker because it didn't matter how hard the test was. He always got like a 98 or 100. And I'm like, dang it, Robert, can you just tank it so we can all get a curve? But no, but so you just had to raise your game
Yeah.
to try and do better. And I think that I was not that curve breaker, but I had the motivation. So I would study, study, study. I would learn it again, relearn it. And I think over time, I learned that if I had enough discipline, there wasn't anything I couldn't accomplish or learn or do well at.
Mhm.
And so in college, that's when it really sunk in and the roots grew for that concept. But I've tried to pass that on to my daughters is you may not get it. We may not be the I get it right away type of people because we've worked with them too.
Yeah.
They're just I don't know how they get it so fast, but I have to look, ponder, learn. But there's never a time that if we don't put our minds to it that we won't accomplish it. And so
Yeah.
I think to me, that's where the success has come in and rooted is that just having the perseverance.
Yeah.
Laura, have you found that the lessons you've learned growing up, do you have the same expectations of your son or do you change your expectations?
I'd have to say my expectations have changed. One, probably because I went to a private school compared to a public school, and there was just and also the time, you know, of the decade that we were in was just so different compared to now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think yeah, it's just a lot different where I was so on like I have to go to this particular university and I have to do this and I have to do that to get into that university and it's just my son and I are complete we're alike in a lot of ways but we're different. And
Mhm.
when it comes to education, you know, he has his field that he wants to go into, so he knows well, he knows where he can go for that particular field,
Yeah.
but, you know, as he's now getting ready to graduate from high school, it's like, let me go to community college, let me get the basics out of the way so that way I can transfer to a university to, you know, to work, take those classes that are in his special, that he's going to be specializing in. But it's just, I guess the expectations of I don't wanna put too much pressure
Grades.
on him,
Yeah. Well,
and
especially and maybe our cases is they have band. So I have really tried to, well, and my youngest and yours grew up through middle school pandemic, and they
yes,
missed a lot of socialization.
yes,
And I wonder if other parents are finding this, like, so mine's a junior, senior era, right?
yeah,
And I have found that, and to me, the socialization seems more important than the grades at this point, because I know she can
yeah.
produce the grades. I just want her to be comfortable, wheeling and dealing and giving her opinion to everybody.
Oh, yeah, and
I laugh because I don't like for opinions. I wish that upon my girls,
she
just
is
not to me.
she is completely opposite of you, that's for sure.
Ah,
And that's okay.
yes.
That's okay.
So, success as a parent, that's weird, right? There's no, okay, first of all, I think,
I don't know, Mother's Day is coming up here,
yeah.
so wanna break out that
I was
survey.
going to say there is success as a parent, but success means so many things. And that's where our topic in our conversation came from was, you know, to kind of backtrack a little bit, I had defined myself with by grades, um, you know,
We get to
job,
when you start
money, whatever
working.
it is, status, whatever this is. I have really learned that I could the grades come in are important to me only because that's a metric of learning, maybe, right? I really want Sarah to learn, Cora to learn, to enjoy school.
Yeah.
Um, you know, my oldest doesn't cry nearly as much as I did in college.
Let's see, I remember being in my junior year in high school and wanting to go to public school, and my mom telling me, no, you started in Catholic school, you're ending in Catholic school."
Yeah.
And then when I was in college, yeah, there was I don't remember what class it was. I want to say it was a history class, but I was still taking my basic courses at the time. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And she kind of, I don't want to say put me in my place, but encouraged me to say, you can do this. You
Yeah.
can, and I guess I've always learned to finish what you start.
Yes.
And
It's okay.
so that's why I tend to not if I give up on something, there's got to be a really good reason for it,
I don't think I ever
but
dropped a class in college. At A&M, you only get 3. They
I
call them Q drops. You only get 3. And I was so afraid to use one because I might need them
yeah,
that I never used them.
yeah. So I did drop a class. It was an international economics class
Oh
that
gosh, that sounds
I
hard.
took. I think it was international. No, no, I'm sorry. It was economics. It was
Oh,
economics 1. The teacher freaked me out. And I said, "Oh my goodness gracious, I can't do this." Well, I took it in summer school. I took economics 1 and 2 in summer school instead. Just got it out of the way.
mhm.
But I had that same professor for international economics, and I got an A in his class.
Maybe he just comes in strong trying to scare everybody, and then
I guess,
maybe.
but
I had a
I
I had a
had
physics
a
professor like that.
I had a friend of mine who I studied with all the time, so that made things easier, and it's just
Discipline.
he just scared me.
Discipline.
He just scared me, and but I got to be in his class, and so yeah, but but with my son, I, and I've said this before that, he is the type of person that once he sets his mind to it, he does go full force into it. But I've told him, you know, you want to do something, you have a passion to do it, but you also need to figure out how to make a living out of doing what you want to do.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So I think that when we're talking about success as a parent, that's a really good thing. I think teaching our kids, like, this is what college is going to cost, this is what your profession is going to pay. How will you either pay for college, pay yourself back for college, whatever that balance is.
I
That's always
always
a great conversation. That's a hard conversation. My girls call me the dream crusher, but I'm like, I don't mean to be a dream crusher. I'm just trying to set your expectations for
Yes.
grown up self a little, and just to clearly show you what all obligations are having to pay. Like, we all need health insurance, we all need groceries, and it just gets life. It's life. And
Exactly. It kind of reminds me of, did you ever watch The Cosby Show?
yes.
So do you remember there was one episode where they were trying to teach Theo a lesson, like as if he was living on his own, and so everyone was playing like a landlord, and just kind of opening their eyes to this is what life is like once you leave home.
Oh, I know. I feel like I want to sing that Tangled song. Save the drama, stay with mama. Yeah, just stay with me.
So
But
I'm tempted to break out the Monopoly money and tell John, okay, here, if you have this, how are you going to stretch this out
yeah,
to groceries? And that's
that's life.
that's life. And as you get older, you start making those. It's like keeping a budget.
Yeah. I always say this, but I really do mean it. My mom, I don't know how she did everything she did. I think she's a magician. I think she made dollars out of pennies, but she was very good at doing everything she did. I look back and think, wow, my mom really I mean, I had my dad there too, but I mentioned it before. My father was an alcoholic for a lot of my younger years, and so it was my mom who kept us together. And um, boy, did she!
Mhm.
I they don't make them like that anymore. She's just wonderful. She was just wonderful.
Now, if we could
So
get triple couponing back, hey.
no kidding, no kidding. That got me through college. So, and also, we all don't have the same obligations and time constraints. So,
Oh
success
yeah.
as a parent, I guess that's what I really wanted to talk about too and share with our friends is like, I think a lot of people get caught up on if they compare themselves to other parents, and we can't do that as parents
No,
because we're
no.
all good at different things. And there are things that I'm not the best at, like remembering to order Sarah food.
Yeah.
And I just know that you're going to order her food for her because I can't remember that my daughter eats, gosh,
Yeah.
like but if we need something decorated or something organized or thought through or I don't know that there's other things that I'm better at, just not remembering it. I don't know why. Maybe it's a mental block, but anyhow.
Well, you sent me a picture of the bows that you made, and trust me, if I tried to doing that, it would not look like a bow.
Yeah, just watched myself some Modern Family and made the bows for our senior boxes. But so
No,
yeah,
but
we
but
can't
yeah, that's
compare
absolutely
ourselves.
right. We cannot compare ourselves
That's why
because
we team. Parents, I say moms because we're moms,
yeah.
right? Moms should travel in a pack, and I think that teaming yourself with like-minded parents and morals and such, and then understanding that everybody's good at different things, it helps our children be more well-rounded as well.
Mhm.
And so I think that maybe if I had to say how do I define success as a parent, I would say what other parents am I surrounding myself with?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can't do it all myself. I've got to tie into other families, other parents. Sarah wanted to learn the drums. Eric taught her the drums.
Mhm.
She wants to mow lawns. A gentleman down the street taught me that the weed eater that I already had, you bump it on the ground and the string comes out. I was like, what? I did not know this. Like, I didn't know. But now Sarah has that knowledge. But if you just surround yourself and allow other people to share knowledge with you and your children, I think that's helps them be more well rounded. And I think opening their circle a little bit with caution, right? Because you always have to be cautious about the people that you
Mhm.
expose them to, but that allows them to learn, and I think that might help the overall success because
And
no
sometimes
knowledge
and
is
some
wasted.
and sometimes we learn from them.
Oh my gosh, yes. That's true.
So I kind of a backstory growing up. My I have a huge love for my grandmother, but sometimes she would always tell me about so and so's daughter or granddaughter and blah blah blah, and I always felt like I was being compared to whoever. And that kind of would challenge me. Well, I can do that too. And I'm beginning to wonder if she did that on purpose,
Peer pressure?
just to kind of poke me and say, I bet you can do it, but without saying it.
I know. Now that you say this, my mother would always say, "You're too pretty to have a messy room." And I'd be like, "You're right."
So somebody needs to come and clean it for me.
Sucker, I cleaned my own room. Oh, clever woman, clever woman. I'm gonna try to use that on my
Reverse
daughters.
psychology.
You think that would work on the girls? I don't think so. They'd be like, they'd say exactly what you said. You better call somebody. Like, yeah, better clean. So, but success, I think the secret to success is not comparing yourself to others.
I don't have time for that. I guess as you get older, it's like,
See,
why? I am who I am. And if you don't like it, then
pickled
sorry.
onions, pickled onions. You either like
Pickle,
them or don't like them.
pickle onions. And yeah, I mean, if you think about it, and we've had this discussion before. If you, when you look at somebody's life, don't, you're only seeing it from the outside.
Absolutely.
You have no idea what's going on in the inside. So there is no reason to be jealous or just envious over what one person has because you never know.
You
It,
never know what's going
you
on.
never know what's going on, and what they have may not make them happy.
Right. You know, we went and picked books out to read, and Sarah got this. Um, I don't even know what it was, but it's a pretty big book. Cora's reading her uh, cartoon
Uh
books.
huh.
Mahjong? Well, no, that's the game you play.
Is it
Anyhow,
like in like
it's
animated?
like an anime
Anime?
type
Yeah.
thing. So she's reading hers, and I ended up getting bed knobs and broomsticks. I haven't read that in years, and it's going to be a quick little read. But I was like, you know what? That's going to make me happy.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, okay. But you don't have to. My point of saying that is that you just do what makes you happy to give you a
Hmm.
little bit of peace and that's, I think, a success. You take care of yourself, you do what you like so that you're free and you're happy to continue with your obligations. We all have housework, we all have laundry, we all have children we get to, sorry, slipped. We get to chase around and do, for us it's all the band stuff but when you do have those little moments for yourself to take care of yourself, and I think that is success, is
Hmm.
being happy in the skin you're in and the shell you're in and the life you're in.
Hmm.
And if you're not, well, you're not a tree. You can move, meaning you can change some things
Yeah.
to make yourself a little happier.
Yeah. And if you need to grow somewhere else, you grow somewhere else.
That's right. You can always learn something new.
Oh, yeah.
Always learn something new. Learn how to crochet. I didn't realize how therapeutic crocheting is because it's a lot of counting, a lot of numbers, a lot of patterns. And if you have a busy mind, that is a great way just to like reset your mind because all you can do, you really can't think about anything else while you're crocheting. So you dial down and
Hmm.
you're just doing those patterns in your head. And when you're done, it feels like you cleared the cache in your head. It's great.
If it was me doing that, I would like, I don't know when to stop.
Um,
Somebody's going to get this scarf.
yeah. You're gonna be like, just a Harry Potter example is the Weasley scarves.
Yes.
They all have
Oh
or
my goodness,
sweaters.
the sweaters.
So that's what I really wanted to, when we were talking about what defines success, is really to remember that discipline and motivation are sisters that need to hang out together.
Mhm.
Because everybody has the ideas. If you have an idea and you want to turn it into a goal, just apply some discipline to it. And also, the other big takeaway is don't compare yourself to others.
Yeah.
Don't compare your children to others. Maybe I say maybe if you need to have peer pressure, but I maybe not. But
Well, unfortunately, that's all part of life.
maybe encouraging them to do their best. But we just can't compare because every time it hasn't been exactly what I thought. It ends up being so much more than I thought it could be.
Mhm.
So maybe we've got to give ourselves a little chance for that hope to float up.
Yeah. Yeah. Great topic. Definitely a great topic today.
So, we hope that you join us again, and I hope that this success talk teaches us one, to balance our motivation and discipline, and also just don't compare yourself to others because you're just great the way you are.
Exactly. And until next time, may you embrace every season of your life with joy and gratitude.